When it comes to making Christmas cards, quick and easy is my motto. Today I'm going to show you just that. Quick and easy, but with a twist. Hi, I'm Linda Anderson from Linda Lou Creates, and I'm so happy you joined me. The twist to these cards is die cutting any shape from your card base and then placing a piece of designer series paper that's double-sided from the inside. That way you have a sweet surprise when you open up the card. You have a piece that you get to look at the other side of that designer series paper. So I have this design and I have this one showing the beautiful silver foil then on the inside of this card. So I decided to go with a different paper. So I am using products from the Brightly Gleaming suite. So here is the stamp set I'm going to be using, Christmas Gleaming. I have a couple sentiments and a couple of the ornaments that I'm going to be sharing with you on this card. Now as far as the supplies go, my card base is Pretty Peacock and it's top folding, 11 by 4 1/4. This score line is at 5 1/2. And I went ahead and I die cut out my frame. I happen to be using the rectangle stitched frames. So here they are. I love the fact that they provide the stitching on both the inside piece that I cut out of here, as well as then the stitching that's around the outside that's going to be on the front of my card then. Now I have a little tip, a little hint. Pay attention to your paper. If your paper has a side that is unidirectional, you can't do a top folding card. It has to be the type that is then 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. It must open this way. Otherwise, a paper like this, if I were to do a top folding card, my inside piece would be upside down. So pay attention to your pattern paper that way. The cut out piece here, this rectangle that I have cut out of my card base, measures approximately 2 5/8 by 4 inches. And because of that, I then went with a piece of the designer series paper. I love this Brightly Gleaming specialty paper. What makes it the specialty paper is the copper foil then on one side. So this measures 3 inches by 4 3/8. I also already have cut out an oval. It's out of Very Vanilla using the stitched shapes and then layered up with a copper foil scallop out of the Layering Ovals dies. I have a inside piece that's Very Vanilla. This measures 4 by 5 1/4, and I went ahead and stamped on it already. It is Pretty Peacock ink and Old Olive ink. And I have a piece of scrap paper, and there again I've already stamped on here again with Pretty Peacock and Old Olive inks. So let me go ahead. I'm going to get the inside real quick put into the card. So let me just get my snail on that. And while I have my card base, the next step I'm going to do is putting glue. That's what I like to use, is the multi-purpose glue right along this edge. Just a nice thin stream of glue. Don't get too squeeze happy on this and get it to come out in a big glob. All right, and one more here. Okay, that looks good. Now, the hardest part's deciding which side of your pattern paper you want on the outside to show through the window on the front, and what you want then when you open up the card for the inside of it. So I'm just going to go this way with it and place it down. Make sure I'm covering the glue, which means then I'm covering the opening. Trying to put it down fairly straight, as straight as I can be. And now let me come around to the front, and I'm just going to really press down here to make sure this adheres. If you want, you can put on something heavy, a book, a punch, some of your clear acrylic blocks just to help hold that down, but I think we're pretty good just like that. So what I'm going to do now is just set this aside, and I want to bring in my scrap piece of paper. I have this ornament, which when you purchase the Christmas Gleaming stamp set, you can purchase it in a bundle and receive 2 of the punches, one to punch out then this the larger ornament and also then the smaller ornament. So you do get 2 punches in this bundle, and when you buy it as a bundle then you can save 10% that way, so that's pretty awesome. Everyone loves savings. So like I said, this is Pretty Peacock ink. Let me just eyeball this, make sure I'm somewhat centered. Okay, there's my ornament, and I'm going to go ahead and get a couple dimensionals put on the back of that. Okay. All right. Now I have my Merry Christmas here that I'm just going to use scissors and cut it out. So I am going to try and leave a little bit of a border. Okay. Set that aside. And then one more cut there. Okay. Now with this, I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back, but pay attention, I'm going to put it over top of the ornament. So I want to make sure I only get my dimensionals here in the sort of the center, I guess, of this sentiment strip. That way it's not overhanging at all then. So let me pop one more on there. I'm using the mini dimensionals for this. So that way I'm covered then with my dimensionals. So, all right, so here I'm bringing back my oval. This, yes, it already has dimensionals on the back of it. So let me pull my card back in here. Goodness, if you could see my desk, I'm so glad you can't, because it is a bloody mess. I have stuff stacked up everywhere on it, so it's pretty bad. But when you get to making Christmas cards, you know, things just sort of pile up. So that's why I think then whenever it's quick and easy, then I can make several and get them going, because I always say to myself I'm going to start early with my Christmas cards, but it never seems to happen. How about you? Do you start early? Do you get organized? I think organization, that gene never I never got it. So it is not something that I have. I'm trying, but I don't do it. So, okay, so here we go. The last of those little release papers. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. And you know what? I'm done with this card. I could add some gems or, you know, any sort of embellishment, but I kind of like it just the way it is. I like all of the layers of popped up things here, so I'm going to just stick with that. So here we go. The recipient will open it up. Oh, look at that card, and they open it, and voila. They get then not only their sentiment, but also they get to see the pretty paper on the inside. So let me bring the other ones back in so you can see all of them. So here we go. Here are 3 quick and easy Christmas cards then. Well, thanks so much for watching. If you'd like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any new videos. Visit me on my blog, lindalucreates.com, for even more projects and a chance to sign up for my newsletter there. So thanks again for joining me, and I hope you get a chance to create today. Bye now.